Welcome to Whose Turn Is It Anyway, a board gaming podcast where we discuss all things meeple-shaped and we all own more little plastic baggies than seems right without belonging to some dodgy underground chemical manufacturing gang. I'm Becky, your first player, and this episode I'm joined by Dan.
Hello.
Rob.
Hello.
And JP.
Hello.
In this episode, we're going to take it right back to gateway games. These are the games that hooked us into the hobby. Are they still good fun? And are you still up for playing them even when you've leveled up into a big boy gamer? Before we dive into all of that, how are we all?
Yeah, pretty good. Very good.
I'm groovy with a side order of awesomeness.
Oh, it's a side order of baby.
I thought you were going to say like chest wig or something like that.
Groovy.
You're all good. Very nice. We all seem in pretty good spirits then.
Yeah, actually, you got me in a good recording day because if we did this yesterday, I would have been in a foul mood.
Oh, why? What happened to you
Just
yesterday?
work shenanigans.
Just enough.
Yeah.
Don't talk about it. Just
Yeah,
let
I'm not
everything
opening myself up because I'm in
Sure.
a good mood.
Okay,
So,
good.
yeah.
Well, we quashed that down. You're in a good mood today. We're all
Less work, more board games.
fantastic.
Yeah.
What have we all done lately? Anything exciting?
Me and Rob were working in London, so we did a little a trip to Orc's Nest, didn't we? Whilst we were
did.
there, never been
Popped
to
in.
Orc's Nest.
I've been there once and I realised it was the same place after I saw your picture.
Yeah, and
It's nice.
I've heard of Orc's Nest. I didn't know where it was in London. I just thought it's somewhere in London, and then because it's basically near Soho, Covent Garden.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just happened to work in Soho, and we just walked down the street and went, "Oh, there's Orc's Nest." So we had a little look.
Weren't we in a restaurant? We were eating food, and
We were opposite it in an Indian, weren't we? Yeah. And we said, I just went, "That's the Orc's Nest."
Well,
How
I had no idea what Orc's Nest was. I just thought he'd had some sort of like
Allergic
some sort-
reaction to the
to the
food.
curry.
the food's really hot, and he's just like saying random words.
Orc's Nest, Orc's Nest. So no, we popped in, had a look, and it's quite a small place, but it's got like two tiers.
2 levels, yeah.
And yeah,
I
it's quite a good offering.
very nearly bought a game, but I didn't.
What did you nearly buy?
The Witcher.
Oh yeah, you were looking at The Witcher, The Path of Destiny. Is
Yeah.
it? Something?
I was like,
You're like,
this looks really
Oh.
cool, and you were like, do you know what it's? Do you know what it is? I said no.
No.
It's got The Witcher on it. I want it.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, Rob, I'd be tempted as well. It's
Yeah.
got The Witcher on it.
You've not got Gwent yet?
No,
Thought
not
you
yet.
bought that already.
Not yet.
Yeah. I've seen
Are you
that.
looking to get that?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I played Gwent because I played it in Witcher 3. But I always was shit at it.
I
So-
did all right, but Paul Grogan said
Yeah.
that its sweet spot is 2v2, the board game.
okay.
Apparently it's very good 2v2. So no, I'd be definitely up for getting it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. I went to another board gaming group again. We're really kind of
Are you cheating on us?
No, we're just broadening our horizons, aren't we? So
We are.
last Friday, I went to the Mad for Meeples board gaming group that plays twice a month at the Alford Inn in Norton Fitzwarren, which is outside Taunton. They were a really lovely bunch of guys, and everyone was so friendly. There was a lot more female representation than I'm used to in a board gaming group, which was really nice to see. And I would definitely be going there again in a few
Refreshing
weeks.
and good.
Yeah, really nice. We played Clank Catacombs, and Katie absolutely won by a West Country mile. Poor Barry was almost out of the dungeon. He died with his hand on the door handle, which was a shame. But it was good. It was really good.
That's what Clank is.
Exactly. It was just a load of good fun.
I
So,
nearly made it, but you still have 0 victory points.
yeah. Well, no, he got some victory points. I got 0 victory points because I died in the depths.
Oh, I
was absolutely KO'd.
That's
yeah,
fine.
I was definitely done. But yeah, it was really, really nice, and I would
Nice.
definitely be back.
Nice.
So let's talk about Hex then. What's been in our gaming calendars recently? Rob, I'm going to start with you.
I got a bit of a dilemma because there's 2 new games. So
Such a dilemma. Oh,
First world problems.
First world problems there, Rob.
yeah.
So I've been venturing lately into the Lacerdaverse.
Yeah.
You've changed.
To be fair,
know.
to be fair,
You've changed.
I approve of this.
I'm not sure.
I think I spoke about it before. I only joined because you need one extra player. So we ended up playing Lisboa. So it gave me the confidence to try another one. So we tried Weather Machine, a bit of a step up in complexity. But I absolutely loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
Oh, Rob, you've
What
changed.
is it?
I'm missing out now because I feel like the little runty one at the back of the at the back of the group. Going, "Don't leave
Honestly,
me,
it's the thought of it is more scary than actually playing it.
Is it?
Yeah, it was really good. So it's a game about basically some mad genius has created a weather machine that has helped but made everything worse.
I think he's just made everything worse.
Oh, okay. So he's made everything worse. So then you're brought in to help. So there's kind of 3 lanes. You can help the government, you can help the machine that's already running, and you can run research and development and build your own. And it's it's worker placement style game, but you have to get the workers first. So there's kind of like there's a natural rhythm to the game that you'll kind of flow down, and I found that rhythm quite quickly. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. It all made sense to me, which I think was the scary point. Because when I think I figured it out, I was like, "Am I just doing this wrong?" Like, that you're waiting for that penny moment to drop, where you think, "I thought it was this thing, but actually it's this thing." I had a very fortunate few turns where I needed to do 3 things, and something happened that I had no idea would lead to something else, which actually led to something else, enabling me to do all 3 actions. So I actually won the game.
Wow.
You did.
Well done.
Not just slightly won. He
Absolutely
really
kicked everyone's
won.
ass.
But
Nice.
it feels like a bit of a hollow victory because I don't quite know how I did it.
just go with victory. It's all good.
Sometimes it is better to be lucky than good.
Yeah, 100%.
But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I was a little bit apprehensive at the beginning because the board looks a lot.
All of Lacerda's boards look a lot. It looks like someone's just thrown up on them.
Yeah, but I kind of like it.
Same.
I
love it.
look at it and I think, how the hell am I going to figure this out? And then I do, and then it's that feeling. It's that, it's that kind of when the penny drops, you're like, I get it. And yeah, I loved it. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. So tempted to try on Mars.
Yeah,
which is
baby.
what I said that I'd never do.
Why not?
Just because I get lost in games very easily, and if there's only certain actions you can do in one place and then you can't do them in others,
Yeah.
I'm going to get lost. But
You won't.
playing the other 2 has given me more confidence to play it, and because I played the Gallerist, which I did not enjoy
By accident.
by accident.
Lots of people say it is the weakest of them all.
Ironically,
I would agree with that.
I really like the look of it. I really like the style. I like the board. I like the easels. The little easels are cool.
Yeah.
With the paintings, I really like it. I just didn't enjoy the game, and I think it's because I couldn't figure out the puzzle. I kept getting on at the wrong point, which then you have to wait another turn for it to start again, and yeah, so that kind of threw me. But the other 2 I've absolutely loved.
There's always an economy.
Absolutely loved.
There's always an economy in Lacerda games that, like a production wheel or something, that it's like his core. Every game has it, and it's trying to understand how you ride that wheel around and around and around. So the one that always resonates to me is Lisboa, because I just get it. It's like, yeah, I know. Doesn't matter what entry point it is, I know how to ride that thing around. Weather Machine, I had my shittest game ever. It's the worst game I've ever played, a Weather Machine.
But did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but it was god awful.
It's because he was concentrating on me understanding the game, so he didn't focus on his own game.
I don't know what happened, if we're being honest.
To be fair,
It just fell apart.
you spent a long time keying up this big move,
Yeah.
and then something happened, which I don't know what, but it meant that it didn't trigger.
It's the Weather Machine bit in the middle, right, which is the lab, and it has Latif, which is the mad person, Vital backwards, by the way.
Nice.
And basically, this thing he has an assistant. It's like a robot with wacky arms, and there are 5 branches of this Weather Machine, which is like the sun, rain, fog, snow, whatever.
Wind.
Thank you.
See, I was paying attention.
It was
to
paying
some of it.
attention. And at the end of every round, this thing will attempt to run. And it depends on certain checksums that it's got to do. So it's like, well, is there a tile at the top of the corresponding weather where the assistant is? Yes. Is there robots in the entire branch? Yes, then it will run. And if not, it goes, oh, well, I tried, and it moves on. And if you don't predict that program of what it's going to do, it screws you, which is what happened to me.
This sounds like exactly what would happen to me, and I don't think I would enjoy it.
And it's a Lacerda that's not forgiving if you mess that up. And the whole kind of core is built around this kind of middle section. So yeah, but it's fun. It's probably one of the Lacerdas that has the most sexiest of player boards. The player boards are
Spicy.
The conventions is quite nice though.
Yeah, just there's lots going on with it, and it's just a satisfying puzzle. But like most Lacerdas, when you get it, they make you feel good because you go, I get this.
Yeah, I thought
this is going
I
well.
kind of thought you'd have to plan like 5 moves ahead.
Nah.
You have to plan ahead, but just in a general direction and kind of see what happens when you get there.
Yeah,
Which,
nudging.
which I really like. So I'm
glad you enjoyed it.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was absolutely fantastic to the point where if you said, "Would you play it again?" I'd play it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And not just because I won.
You sure? So watch
but
the
it
space
helped.
then. You're
But
going to be.
that bit in the middle that JP was talking about that absolutely screws you if you don't get it right.
Yeah.
That's the bit I accidentally got right.
Well done though, mate.
And yeah, so I mean,
A win's a win,
a
pal.
win's a win.
Absolutely. So on Mars is your next thing, and you're going to be off
I think so.
Laserdering.
Will Curly still be my friend?
Don't know, mate. You'll have to ask him.
I'll be your friend because I think it's great.
Then that's cool.
Yeah.
That's fair.
You're basically just proving him more that he is wrong. And
Yeah.
that's fine by me.
Yeah.
He says it's a big sandbox, and I don't think it's that big a sandbox. The whole game evolves around that turn order.
If
and that
it's too
turn marker.
puzzly, that's what he's not going to like because he doesn't like puzzle games.
No,
And if it's too puzzly, that's probably what puts him off.
I don't think it's that bad, but it's just I think it's just clever.
But it is the heaviest Lacerda on Mars.
Well, if I
the
enjoy,
heaviest.
if I enjoy that, then that's a marker of how far I've come
That's it.
in the last few years. But no, I thought it was fantastic. I'd play it again in a heartbeat.
Easy gateway game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Dan, what have you been playing?
I recently got to the table Nucleum Australia, which I've been dying to get to the table, and I've had it for a while now. I love the base game. Been playing the base game to death. For me, I bought it, loved it after JP taught it to me, and then went, well, I don't need brass anymore, so I sold it. Because brass, I think, is a step down version of it and not as kind of complex or crunchy. So I sold brass, although they've got a new brass coming out soon on Kickstarter. Pittsburgh, yeah. I might get that. But Nucleum Australia is basically just a new map. So new lick of skin with a new map of Australia. There's a couple of new mechanics. I think I've been putting it off for a while because I was kind of like, because I get quite tired because of my job. To bring something new out to the table, it has to be like really special, or I've really got to be in the mood. So I thought, okay, I'll give it a go. But if there's too much change, I'm probably just going to put it back in the box and wait. Luckily, there really isn't. There isn't a lot. It adds boats, so you've got like port lines to transport goods with. And there's coal mines now that you can kind of acquire on the map, which you couldn't do on the original. But other than that, that's about it. Other than some new tiles and some new bits,
New layout.
new layout. I got my ass handed to me. I only played a 2-player game. I played Nate, a friend of the pod. Him and I are quite equally matched when it comes to board games. And the last time I played him on the original app, I ruined him, and this time he returned it back tenfold, and he won. But yeah, really enjoyed it. It's a nice. It's not that much of a step up from the original. I've still got the other 2 expansions to play: the political one,
Court of Progress,
and the Energy
Research Institute.
That's that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
So I've just recently got that.
Same.
I popped all the bits and went, oh, this looks very spicy. Just to change those experiments up. The experiments are one of the key mechanics of the game that make the game run with the technologies.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love it. Love Nucleum, and I don't think I'll ever get rid. I just love playing it. I like the crunch. It's not Lacerda crunchy, but it's Turksy crunchy.
It's clever. It's definitely clever. I love it as well.
Same.
Ironically, Nucleum was the gateway game for me to play more complex games. We played it at GridCon, didn't we?
did.
We sat down and
You
I was
like
like, yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, I think that altered your DNA somehow, that game.
It did. I think it genuinely did. We played it at GridCon, didn't we? And we did a 4-player, and I was like, I didn't do that well, but I was like, I can do this.
Yeah.
And we've played it since, and we played 2-player, didn't we?
Yeah.
On the Euro final.
It was the Euro final.
The football Euro final. I come around, we played Nucleum, we stopped for the game, and then afterwards we came back and finished it off. I mean, you kicked my ass, but I get it's one of those games I just thoroughly enjoy.
It's a good 2-player game. I like playing it 2-player.
On Australia, that map's better for 2 players.
Yeah.
As well, because it's tighter.
Yeah,
It's a
is
tighter
tighter. It is
experience.
tighter. Yeah.
Which is kind of what you want for 2-player, because on the base map, on 2 players, there's a lot of room for you still
Yeah.
to kind of do what you want to
I
do,
think
which is quite nice if you don't want the contention
Yeah.
and you just want to race on efficiency. But
Even though we didn't get a lot of contention even then. We
Did
had
not.
a little bit, but not massive
Yeah.
amounts. But
that's up to you in how you play, right? Because you
Yeah.
can absolutely go, I'm going to go next to you.
yeah, me and him don't often play it like that, so we tend to not.
It's fair.
But still, yeah, great game, loved it, and I want to get it back to the table again pretty soon.
Nice. JP, how about you?
So a few weeks back, Dan and I think Curly and Tambo and Stuart, friend of the pod, all played a game of Frostpunk, and I was kind of on the WhatsApp group going, I fancy playing Frostpunk.
Did you win? No.
Yeah. How did you die? We died early. We didn't even hit the storm. It wasn't good. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to dig Frostpunk out. It's been so long since my copies hit the table, and I've just really fancied it after they were talking about it. And
When we played it last, when we played 2-player,
oh,
didn't we?
God, ages ago.
Yeah.
And then Stuart, as Stuart does, sometimes does write-ups of games.
They're fantastic.
And, and he basically, he's a DM, right, Stuart? So he basically just puts this narrative together about what's happening in the game, and I read through it and I was like, I really fancy playing this now. So that's what I did. I kind of busted it out and had a few solo games, because I actually quite like playing Frostpunk solo.
It's a glorified solo game.
It is a glorified solo game because, it doesn't matter how many players, you do scale certain things around the cards and things, but yeah, and I forgot when I got it to the table. I went, Jesus Christ, I forgot how many boards are in this. It's like 17 boards or something, all doing different things. But anyway, if you don't know what Frostpunk is, very quickly, it's based off a video game IP, and it's basically you're trying to, it's like steampunky theme where, I don't know, it's like an Ice Age permafrost has happened in the UK somewhere. And you're trying to build up a civilization around this generator, this big towering generator that sits in the middle of your kind of town, heating everybody, or trying to, because everybody's freaking cold and dying of frostbite and God knows whatever. And you're basically just surrounded by snow, and you've got to send workers off to clear the snow and find resources that you can bring back and build buildings and basically increase your chance of survival. But anything that can go wrong in this game will go wrong in this game. And the board game adaptation is fantastic, to the point where actually I prefer playing the board game because it's just such an experience to kind of get yourself in. And what's cool with it is actually Glass Cannon Unplugged, to publish it, they've got a companion app, and I always use it because it puts the little theme music on and it drives the game through all of the phases. It tells you exactly what you to do. So it's really, it's really cool. You just kind of go through it. And the first game I played, which was on the normal difficulty, I didn't do very well, like I usually do. I think the kids got sick to the point where, because when kids die, obviously that's really bad.
It's more punishing.
But it's more punishing if a child dies, you lose more hope, right?
Makes sense.
And one of the trackers in the game is hope. And if you lose all the hope, everyone basically just doesn't want to carry on. And so civilization is ending.
They just take a long walk out into the cold.
It's basically, game over. Because too many children died, that's what happened. And so I was thinking, you know what? There are there's like an easy mode that's not in the game box, base box, or the base box or the expansion, but they did release it as digital print files. It's called Explorer mode. And I thought, I'm stuck at this game and I kind of just want to win. I want to die. I just want to know how this works and have a bit more breathing room to figure it out. So I played another game on the Explorer mode.
And you still died?
No, I managed to do it. I managed to skin of my teeth. It wasn't like this was easy. I literally just managed to kind of get through it. But I kind of, I did the advisor that allows you to, social advisor, I think, allows you to look at this dust deck. And it allows you to draw 3 cards and then basically discard one of them before you shuffle it, and then reveal the dust card at the part of the phase. And the dust cards are always a bit of like, oh God, what's going to happen? And this thing will grow over time. So depending on what morning events happen and the choices you make will seed these cards in the dust deck or laws that you put into place. So every game is always a different twisty path, which
everything
I love.
has a consequence.
I love it, but every decision has a consequence,
It's like
good
a
or
choose your
bad.
own adventure kind of.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's like, that decision you made like 3 days ago? Yeah. Guess what? This is happening.
Chickens come to roost.
Yeah. There's now lots of murders that are happening because of a choice you've made. Oh, God, I've got to deal with this. And I just love it. I bring it on. And yeah, I managed to get through, and I had some advice as well. I kind of read online, which is the hope and discontent tracks are probably the most vital of the things you need to keep your eye on, because as soon as you take your eye off the ball of those, the game just goes and everything feeds off these 2 things. So managed to do it. managed to get a load of automatons, which is the first time I've ever had 3 or 4 automatons just running around, and that was brilliant. Because like, send them to the cold places.
They don't get sick.
Yeah, don't get sick. They can work the mines. They can get the coal. They can do this, and yeah, I had a blast with it, and I'm ready to step back up now because I think I know the game a bit better. I'm not saying I'm going to win on normal, but I think I've got a better chance because I know.
Only beaten it once.
Yeah,
Only beaten it once. Out of about 12 games, I've won once on normal.
But I kind of think there's so many scenarios in this book. When you played the tutorial one after the main book,
Played 2, first one and the second one,
and I want to play I want to play through it, and it's like I feel like I can't until I beat the damn thing.
I want to do the Arcs one, where you got to try and keep the greenhouses alive.
Yeah,
with all the plants.
Yeah.
I'm really keen to give that one a go. But I want to get the second, because I've done the first one on normal, but I haven't done the second one. It's the same, but the generator's not in the middle. It's just slightly lower down.
so at the back you got the steam hubs, right?
So you've got to heat further away, you need steam hubs, which is difficult. So, but I still can't. Still haven't beaten it.
But I still like the way the heat system works in this game is genius. Because you've got buildings at different insulation levels. You've got yellow, orange and red. And then you've got a generator board off to the side, one of the 775 boards that you have, that's tracking basically how much coal you're pumping into the generator, which increases your heat marker. And then they're little, really hard to explain on a podcast, but they've got little sections on the generator, which are individual pieces which rise up throughout the game. So it'll show you where the red level is, the orange level is, and the yellow level is. So if you heat past that, that means every red building is heated because it's insulated enough. And then if you keep pumping up, you'll eventually heat all of the other buildings. So it just means that when you're sending workers to those areas, they're not getting sick. Because if everything's cold, no matter what you do, worker gets sick. Send them to the snow, worker gets sick. Send them to that building, they're sick again. Guess what happens? And if you get too sick, then they start getting ill. And then guess what? They start dying. And then bad things happen. So
that track and the way that those counters work up that track are A, brutal, but B, very clever.
It's clever how they've simplified a system. Like in the video game, it would just be done on
it's temp.
Yeah, but it's done on like a range of where your generator is. But it's both actually on this other track. It's the heat levels that are the colours, but also the ranges away from your generator. Really hard to explain, but trust me, it's cool.
It works.
It works well. JP and Dan have done a very good job of explaining this game. Right? I'll put it another way. Imagine spinning plate simulator, where if you drop a plate, you get punched in the throat.
And you die immediately.
That is the game.
It's not the throat, it's the balls.
It's the balls.
But Becky's all right with that.
Yeah.
I think, Becky, I think you'd really enjoy it.
Would I?
Yeah, I think you would.
Whenever I read, like I say, Stuart's sort of little narratives are brilliant, I have to say. But I remember texting back saying, this game sounds utterly wretched.
It's fun.
It
Why-
ruined me
It is
emotionally.
Why are you playing this? It sounds horrific. Everybody's dead, Dave.
Yeah.
Everybody's dead. That's it. They're all gone.
Yeah. And I tell you what, when I beat that game, and there's a video online about a solo gamer when they win and they just stand up and go, yes! And then literally on their own in a living room because no one really cares.
No.
That's exactly what happened. I was like, yes! I was so elated. I was like walking around the house like I won the bloody lottery.
Doing that little sideways kick that I can't do.
It's like,
that I know.
woo! And like my wife was like, you're all right. I said, yeah, just won Frostpunk.
She was like, cool.
great.
You do you, babe.
But it was a good moment.
Nice.
It's a nice board gaming moment.
I'm glad it worked out for you.
But anyway, that's me.
Nice.
How about you, Bex?
Well, the game I was going to talk about is very, very tame compared to the absolute crushing sadness of Frostpunk. It was a game just called Odin. Now, this is not Feast for Odin or any other ramifications of
Great
the word
Odin's
Odin.
Raven?
No, it's
No.
just called Odin, and it's very, very similar in play to Scout. So Emma, who goes to the Taunton Board Gamer Guild in the Holiday Inn every Friday, she kind of basically she taught us how to play this whilst she was playing. I think it was it Galactic Cruise?
Yeah.
And it was like she'd had her turn and then she was coming to, why don't you guys play this? So you've got a deck of cards in your hand that are various different suits, I guess, for want of a better word, but actually they're cool little Viking pictures, which is really nice. And the cards are a really interesting shape. They're really sort of long and thin.
Yeah.
Which is nice. And
Like fish fingers.
Like fish finger. Exactly like the dimensions of a fish finger.
Yeah.
Yes.
It really is. That's what went through my head. I was like, what size are they? Fish finger
Fish finger
size.
size. Yeah, no, they are. Absolutely are. And so yeah, different colours and different numbers.
Yeah.
Just like a regular deck of cards, I suppose, but more Viking-y. And
fish fingery.
And fish fingery, yeah. And you're basically trying to play a higher card group than the person before you, just like Scout. Only they're not kind of people in a circus, they are just Vikings. So you then, if you can beat the previous hand, you take one of theirs, just like Scout, and it goes into your hand. So the ones that you're trying to beat, it's either the same number or the same number of cards. So if you've got 2 cards that are a 7 and an 8, that becomes 78. So then you either have to play 79 or higher, or 3 cards like 178. So you are getting a higher number, but then it quickly ramps up. But those numbers have to be the same colour if it's 178, for example, or you can play 3 3s or 4 3s or something like that. So it's a really it's very, very easy to grasp, even though I'm not doing perhaps a great description of it. So it's really quick to play. You're picking up the cards, and very, very quickly, if you can't play a card, you just miss a go. And so many times you miss a go and you're like, well, I can't go now. No, not again, not again. If it gets back to that first player again, they kind of start again almost from 0. They can basically then get rid of any card, because the whole premise is get rid of your cards, win.
Play your hand.
So it's just nice and simple. But I loved the kind of simplicity of it, but the way that you're kind of drawn in and you get really kind of focused on what that person is going to do. Like, you get really involved and you really care about it.
Yeah, don't play 433. Please do not play that. God damn it, they went 763. God, I cannot do anything.
Yeah, and it's just really fun. I really liked it. It's in a small little box, like I say, just like Scout. So could strongly recommend Odin.
It's fun.
For people.
Did you put it in the freezer?
No.
Oh.
I didn't have tartar sauce with it either.
Would be Captain Birdseye.
It wasn't like real fish fingers, but it could have been anything.
Waffles.
The theme is very,
loose.
It could be anything at all. But I like the fact it's little kind of Scandinavian kind of.
Yeah, it's pleasant.
Yeah.
Whereas Scout, the theme is whatever. Like, I'm looking at numbers, which you probably will do in Odin.
Does it have a theme, Scout?
It does.
Yeah.
It does, doesn't it?
They're all
yes,
different circus performers.
Yes,
They might be cannonball people. They might be trapeze artists.
I forgot about
But
that.
you kind of don't care because you're like 6 and 3 or whatever. But yeah, with this one, I enjoyed it.
Similar,
it surprised me.
Yeah.
I didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I did.
Yeah. I haven't bought it yet, but it is
It's
definitely
gonna be bought.
in the locker ready.
I remember you and
back.
Project L, and it was insta-buy. You were 2
I
turns
literally-
in after I
I
taught you the game.
bought
And
it
I've bought this now.
while I was playing the game because I just loved it. Yeah.
It was good, that one.
Yeah, so that's what I've been playing
Nice.
recently.
Cool.
And lots of Clank Catacombs, but I've talked about that lots before, but I've played a lot of that recently. So here we go. Gateway games then. We all got our own specific gateway games that got us into the hobby. There's probably quite a few common ones amongst us all, I'd imagine. I know XCOM was one of JP's, which isn't usually a beginner-friendly
That
game.
is not a gateway game. That's also stress in a bloody box. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but you all stress together.
Yeah, but it was
Give me
one
one
of
with
his.
Frostpunk as well. XCOM. Frostpunk.
It was one
Same
of his
family.
first games, wasn't it? It was one
It
of your
was.
gateway games, mate.
Yeah.
You'd probably hear Catan and Carcassonne mentioned a lot if you did a poll of people's introduction to the hobby rather than XCOM.
Yep.
So, other than XCOM, we're not mentioning that one. What is a gateway game? What do we think?
What, the definition of
Yeah,
that?
what's the important things about it?
I think for me, a gateway game, without sounding obvious, it needs to be simple. Like, this rule set needs to be simple enough. Doesn't mean the game has to be simple, but the rule set needs to be simple, that you're not giving a player, here's 57 options that you do on your turn. It's a simple rule set that you can teach quickly, i.e. 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So you're not alienating the table,
The
which is
entire
usually
table.
your family.
Yeah.
Let's face it, if you're trying to get a gateway game, it's probably with family members. And just something you can get into quick, and it's not going to last long.
Yeah.
That's what I think of a gateway game is,
I'd agree with that. I think accessibility. So it doesn't have to be easy necessarily, but it's got to be easy to understand and quick. That was some of the things that I think. Because if you can play a second version of it again, or, get it out to the table a second time in the same evening, people are already a bit more sort of on board and geared up and know what the point of it is a bit more. So I think, that quickness is definitely
Yeah.
We used to have a saying in the early days when I was, because I've been gaming for a while now.
Old man.
Old timer. In the early days, what we used to say that board gaming was like a religious cult where you're all in your own little castle playing your games and having a great time, and then every so often you'd lower the drawbridge and you try to recruit as many newbies as you can to your cult. However, in the recruitment process, if you dumped on them something like Vinyos, that you're going to scare them away.
Yeah.
So you had to find that correct balance of something being easy enough for them to understand, not too long, not too many options, as you said, JP, and enough for them to hopefully whet their appetite enough to go, ooh, I want to stick around. I want to find out more.
It's like the first one's for free. And if you want more, there is more over here.
There is more,
Isn't there another industry that does that?
Yeah.
I believe there's a few.
And I think the money involved can kind of sort of be
on
pretty,
par.
pretty
It'd be
similar.
I think it'd be cheaper.
And we've got loads of plastic baggies, like I mentioned. So we're all good for that.
Weird parallels to the drug industry.
So what do we think of some of the actual gateway games? I mean, I've got a little quick list that I completely agree with. Ticket to Ride, Catan and Carcassonne, they get there.
Yeah.
Splendor, although I disagree with Splendor because I hated it and it put me off for ages for no reason, but there we are. And like things like Azul, it's got to be quick playing, fast turns.
I'm not a big fan of Splendor, so if anyone says to me Splendor, I go, now, Sentry? I'll play Sentry
I'd rather play Sentry. Yeah.
Sentry, I like Sentry a lot.
I think the turns need to be quick. Is really important for me as a gateway game because if I'm taking too long, or like kind of you're all playing the turns together. That's
like
helpful.
simultaneous play games.
Because if you've got to wait 45 minutes for your go, you've already checked out, aren't you? It's just not interesting.
Yeah.
It's just not interesting.
But also I can find that with gateway games, sometimes the theme isn't strong enough. The theme might be a pace, and if it is a pace and you're trying to recruit someone who's new, you need to have a theme that's exciting enough, otherwise it might not draw them in.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Ticket to Ride, people think, oh, it's trains. Well, I love trains, but not everyone likes trains.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're trying to explain, it's like, okay, you don't like trains, fine, but actually there is actually a decent course mechanic here that is, route
Everybody
taking
likes
and
journeys. You might not like a train, but you like going places.
Yeah, but
and this is about going places.
That's a good argument. Yeah.
I like being places, not going places. There's a big difference. See, for me, my route into the hobby was very different. I think I've played 2 of those games that you've mentioned.
Which two?
Ticket to Ride.
But you only played that fairly recently with
Carcassonne.
us
Yeah.
at a convention,
At
didn't you?
GridCon and Carcassonne,
Which is recent.
we played in Memphis
Yeah.
this year. So my route was the first game that I played, and I say game, I mean proper game, was Netrunner.
Yeah, that gateway game of Netrunner.
But the next one was Arkham Horror.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
And for me, that was the game where you kind of opened your eyes to there's more than Monopoly.
That's a
when
steep learning curve.
when you say board game, you don't if you're outside of the industry or outside of the hobby, you think Monopoly, you think Cluedo, and there's nothing wrong with those games.
No, they're all fine.
But they're not games that I want to play on a Friday night.
But I think Arkham's it's a good one. You made me think on this one because when you play Arkham Horror, the card game, and you play the base box, right? It's like a tutorial set of 3 scenarios, really, and it's a good way of kind of entering you into that world of a card game. I'm not saying I'd start people on it, so don't.
Yeah, I tried. That was the first game my wife played, and
don't torch me.
It scarred her.
But it's
The card game or the board game?
card game.
Yeah.
But it's a good way of you kind of getting into what that sort of game does. I'm got my cards, I'm drawing my cards, and we've got this challenge we've got to overcome, but it's really immersive. So it's like because the first scenario in the base is like we're in the house.
Yeah.
And you're going into this room and you're
you're
like,
exploring
what's going to
house.
happen?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a cellar. Should we go down the cellar? And you can, you kind of get Resident Evil 1 vibes from it. And it just puts you in the game without you thinking, oh, I'm playing a really complex game. You're
telling a story with cards, aren't you? Rather than...
And it did a good kind of good thing in kind of gelling it all together. Now, as you play more of it and you get more cards and you get deck construction, you add all that, you're adding so many layers of stuff in, saying, is this the most efficient deck to win the scenario? And then, to be honest, I started to check out at that point.
But for me, it was everything I love about a video game.
Yeah.
And I'm at a table playing it with my friend.
Yeah.
The story was amazing. It's co-op, which I'd never really played a co-op board game before. And it was quick because your turns are fairly quick, and but there was enough individuality to it where you're playing as a character, you're playing as a class almost, which I love, and everyone had to do their own thing. So for me, that was the game that opened my eyes and was like, oh, okay.
Do you think those early games sort of shaped your tastes as they went along?
Yeah,
so you're still really into co-op games, aren't you?
Yeah,
I think
huge.
I was going to mention it later on, but I think co-op games can be a really great way of bringing people in because they're immediately, the kind of pressure is perhaps just a little bit lower because everyone can discuss what's good. And if you don't feel quite as confident, then you can just kind of let yourself be kind of influenced by everybody else or listen
for the ride.
Yeah, absolutely. Whereas it's not all on you to do well or whatever.
Yeah.
So that has shaped your taste. How about you? Is XCOM still the kind of game you like playing?
Well, clearly, I mean, I still like stressful games,
you
right?
do.
We just talked about Frostpunk, and to be honest, I think Frostpunk's probably, well, is it more stressful? It is more stressful, but on a longer burn.
Yeah, it's a longer burn.
Whereas XCOM's stressful and you've got 2 minutes to sort this out. Kind of, oh my God, we've got to make decisions really quick. But what I think I found with like entering into the game via XCOM is it's a stepping stones. So like XCOM led me to Game of Thrones, mainly because of publisher. Game of Thrones led me to Mansions of Madness. Right, and then something led me to something, that led me to something, and I'm like, ooh, try this, ooh, try
It's funny
that.
because you're mentioning that because obviously with Rob as well, that you're mentioning these games, and when you entered the hobby, at the height of FFG,
Oh, yeah.
when they were at their absolute
powerhouse.
best, they
Yeah.
were. No, then obviously the acquisition with Asmodee and they kind of fizzled out. They're still there, but not in the same capacity. But like,
Talking 10 years ago.
yeah, if you're going from Monopoly to another game, then FFG, they had it all. It was if you wanted themes, it was just there. There was something for everyone. So like I think you joined at the right time because there was so much there on offer.
Yeah.
It was mad. You mentioned obviously the Arkham Horror. I mean, you mentioned about obviously your wife not being able to cope with the card game. I instantly thought Elder's Sign, which is the same
dice
game,
one.
but it's the dice one.
Yeah.
I went straight there. Again, FFG. FFG.
At the time, Arkham Horror was the only game I had.
Yeah.
And Amy basically was like, "Oh, I'm really bored. Let's try this board
She
game."
must have been so
started. She was so bored.
She must.
And yeah, I've never seen her so stressed in my life. Just couldn't agree with it. But what you were mentioning a minute ago, I've recently sorted out my Arkham Horror card collection to move on, and the little pamphlet fell out of other FFG games that are
I
available,
like
and
that.
X-Wing was on there, and
The-
Mansions.
yeah.
It's the infamous catalogue.
The little pamphlet of all the games on. I was like, oh, I
X-Wing's
missed this.
defunct now, isn't it?
It's like with CDs when they had
Yep.
the books that you pulled out and was like, oh, okay, what's this about and
Yeah.
everything else. And I loved it. So
But you're right, Becky. Like, I don't think mine and maybe Rob's is not your atypical approach in, but I suppose that's okay. Like there were many routes into this hobby, and that's the great thing about this hobby. It's not like, oh, you can only play this if you play Carcassonne, or you do whatever the hell you want. That
Yeah.
makes sense to you.
for a quite a popular gateway game, potentially, is stuff like would be Wingspan, and a lot of people played it in lockdown.
Yeah.
Games like that we think of as not higher complexity games, but not necessarily gateway games. That people have got these games, especially in lockdown, and played them and kind of got in the hobby that way.
Here's an interesting question for all of you. How did you get into the hobby? Which direction did you go? Was it someone giving you a gateway game to play? Here, play this with me, come along. Or you weren't that way. You were maybe a video gamer and you wanted to try something based on maybe an IP, or you wanted to go in that way? Because it seems to me that those two are the kind of the most common ways of kind of going in.
I was attacked with chloroform and dragged into an alley.
Yeah.
Bye, JP.
JP.
Hello.
Yeah. How did you then get in, JP?
I didn't have anyone.
No, because I didn't either.
No, I basically
Chloroformed yourself.
Yeah, I think I've told this story before, but very quickly, I was looking for a different form of entertainment for friends coming over that used to come and visit us from, 3 odd hours away. And I just kind of got to the point where I'm bored of them coming and we watch a film and we don't talk to each other, and then they go home the next day and just think, it's stupid. They come
I
all the way.
was the same, but bored of drinking.
Yeah,
I was bored of going out and get on the lash. So it was like, well, let's do something that's different.
And I just Googled board games because, I remember playing board games. They were fun. And I was expecting just to browse through the usual Monopolies, the Cluedos, the Risks, all the other stuff. And then weirdly, it's on Amazon, I think. I stumbled across XCOM and went, there's a board game of XCOM. I love XCOM. And then I just took a punt on it. I literally went, 40 quid. I thought, sod it, I'm going to do it. And I said, right, guys, you're going to come over, we're going to play a board game. I have no idea what it is. I'll learn it. And they're like, yeah, we're up for it, because it was like something different. And you know what? And I wouldn't ever do this now. I wouldn't ever tell people to do this with that particular game, but somehow it worked. I don't know how it worked, but it worked, and we had a laugh.
Mine was 3 games, all of which are not gateway games.
No.
One was The Walking Dead by Z-Man Games, but it was based on the comics, not the TV series. Because they had that, and they had the Walking Dead TV series board game that was done by I can't remember the name of the game. Another company game beginning with C, but the game was awful. I thought, I've been told this is not very good. Let's go for the comic book one. So I went for that, which is like a pick up and deliver style of game. Gears of War, because I absolutely, again, FFG, because I absolutely love Gears of War, and the IP. And Civilization. I get the 2012 one. Is it 2012, 2010? 10. Again, because of the IP. So again, FFG. And I went for those 3. 2 of those games were very, very difficult. And they were like, oh, this might put me off. And then luckily, I did have a couple of people that used to go out drinking, but then wanted to actually spend the time to learn it together and play together. And then we enjoyed them, I think, for the IP.
Yeah.
Then after that, I then did go gateway a little, and I went to Agricola.
Yeah.
That was how I went in.
Mm-hmm. Agricola's a gateway game?
Yes, I think it is. I think you're going back you have to go back to that time frame. So this is 2010, 2011.
I played it a few years ago. Loved it. Thought it was fantastic.
It's cutthroat, but for me, I think that is a gateway game. It's slightly more complex than the likes of like Catan and the likes of Carcassonne. But for me, that was kind of a gateway game for me.
I think there's been a real change from, and you alluded to it earlier with talking about Wingspan, those kind of classic gateway games, such as Ticket to Ride, Carcassonne, Catan, which I have to be honest were my kind of sort of ride in. But I've played Carcassonne once, and I played Catan once. But that was enough to make me go, this is great. So I think those classic games are quite, I don't want to say basic, and I will say basic, but it's not doing it down. The rule set is simple. It's got quite a good theme. That's clearly quite an important thing to bring people in. But the modern gateway games, like we've just mentioned, like Wingspan, like Azul, like Just One, Quacks of Quedlingberg, those kind of games, they've all got much more difficult mechanics, but they're really ramped up compared to those originals. But yet the originals are still absolutely sold massively. One of the things that I was wondering is, with the advent of things like YouTube and those sorts of things where you can get really easy to watch instructional videos, whereas back in the day that was just not going to be a thing, was it? Maybe it's easier to learn to get into those other games, and I think maybe rule books have become different now.
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak for every board game, but I think rule books are definitely better now than they ever have been.
I can sniff out a bad one. It doesn't
we
take
still
much.
get them.
Yeah, we still get them.
But generally, on the whole, rule books are better.
JP's going to be quite proud of this, but I've started reading rule books.
You have changed, Rob. Who are you?
I'll read a rule book, right, and then I'll watch a video. But I'll skim through the video. I'll be like, right, okay, I know how to set this game up, so I'm just going to skip that bit. Watch like a round or 2 being played and go like, cool, got it.
I'm in it. Yeah.
And then I'll set the game up.
He has changed, didn't he?
I've played so many new games lately, and it's one of those weird things that the more games you play, the more comfortable you become learning how to play new games.
I completely agree to that.
It's easier.
Yeah, definitely. Have you ever gone back to a gateway game after delving into the heavier titles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does it feel? Like, is it the nostalgia that brings you back? Is it because it's just downright a good game?
It's basically what Dan said. It's about indoctrination, mainly. I don't tend to play gateway games for me.
Yes.
Anymore.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I won't play them. But for me, I get less out of a gateway game because of my tastes are in the much heavier pool. That's just where my tastes are.
Same.
But I still will play them, and I will still use them to help others and
To lure people. Yes.
sadistically into my lair of board games.
Get in the van.
There's a comforting kind of aspect about it, isn't there?
Yeah.
Like, I really enjoy playing Wingspan because I know exactly what's going to happen. I'm not going to win necessarily,
Yeah.
but it's
Familiar.
a very, very familiar game. Rob's never
I
played
still
it.
haven't played it.
You play Wormspan, you know.
It's,
Played Wormspan
yeah, it's. I
once.
mean, yeah, that's the same, really. To
I
be honest.
out of all three of them, I actually prefer Wingspan. I still prefer
Yeah,
Wingspan.
I
I
get
like Wormspan. Finspan's okay, but I prefer Wingspan.
Yeah.
And I'm that invested now
Yeah.
with the nesting box, which is also
Yes.
it's a double-edged sword.
It
That
is.
is. It's like,
Yeah.
it's so
Don't
great, but I can't take this anywhere because it's so large.
Don't start him off. Calm down.
Don't
you.
start me off.
But we're in a good thing with the Too Many Bones now. So JP's got every single possible thing they've ever made ever in the history of ever,
Yeah.
and I've just got the basic box.
Yeah.
Does
So,
it fit in that? Does it fit in that
got-
chest? All of
Done the
it.
same.
yeah.
All
so,
of it fits in there.
Everything. I mean, it's packing. It's packing.
Yeah.
So if we want to take Too Many Bones to a convention, me or Rob can take our copy, and
Yeah.
and it's still okay to play.
It's like you've got the travel version
Yeah, the
of
pocket-
Too Many Bones.
pocket version.
Yeah, the pocket version.
Love
Like,
that.
You can take it on a
Love-
plane. No,
love
you
that.
can't. You can't.
No, you can't.
But that's how I see your copy, Rob, and yours, Bex. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, isn't that cute?
Oh, look at it
Tiny
there.
bucks or
Yeah.
Too Many Bones, and off he goes. And I'm like, I've got this massive trove chest. It's not moving.
No,
I cannot move
takes up
that
one
thing.
thump of a collax.
yeah,
So
100%.
heavy.
Is it? Yeah.
But when I do take bits out, I do have one of the expansion boxes that I put some of the bits
your
in.
travel pack.
And that's
Yeah.
my travel.
Travel pack.
I've borrowed a couple of characters, and every time they're in that box,
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
like-
like cool. Like
Chuck them in
Yeah.
there.
I find now, look at my shelf, and my shelves are just big boxes.
Yeah,
It's Voidfall.
And that-
It's Anachrony. It's
that makes it
Perseverance 1 and
difficult, doesn't
2
it?
and 3 and 4. And it's I'm looking at my Scythe.
Yeah.
And they're all Wingspan. They're all massive.
Yeah.
Nucleum needs a big box. David Turksey, if you're listening, please make it happen. Please. I know you only do the solo mode, but please.
So,
there's a solo mode of Nucleum coming.
Yeah, no, it's already there. It's in the box.
Yeah.
Done by Dave.
his little face is
It
lit
is-
right up.
It's very good.
Have you played it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've
The
not played
Baron.
it.
Yeah.
The Baron, yeah. Not
It's
played
good.
it.
Sorry, off topic.
Yeah.
So talking about that shift in enjoyment, you just said you don't play the lightweight games. Well, I say lightweight, the gateway games for your own enjoyment. You
Yeah.
do tolerate them.
I wouldn't say tolerate, but there's bits like, right, I'm going to sound like a pretentious arsehole now, and I don't mean to, but like when we all sit around and we're like, should we play just one? A little part of me dies. And that's just because I've played it so many
Because
times.
you want to play Lacerdaverse.
And I just want to play something a bit more meaty. But I also am self-aware enough around the table and emotionally aware enough that I can't just force what I want to play on people.
Also, you can't play an 8-player version of that.
And you can't play an
So,
8-player.
yeah.
But, and it's fine. But that's just because of my taste. That's just, yeah.
Also, the more player count, the more gateway it becomes.
It generally either
Right.
it goes party
Yeah.
yeah.
or it's a gateway game.
I
of
mean,
like,
TI is a gateway game.
There's
exceptions.
There's two exceptions. That's one. Mega Civ is the other.
So do you think playing simple games can still be rewarding?
Yes.
Are
Yeah.
you still gonna? You'd still buy them? Would you still buy a gateway game now? A
Yes.
new one?
Yeah.
I have done recently.
I still do it.
What have you bought recently, Rob?
Quacks.
Oh, okay.
great
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. What about you?
I haven't bought anything recently, but I've still got Ticket to Ride 10th anniversary and Ticket to Ride Europe 15th anniversary on my shelf, and I'll never ever get rid of them
Nice.
because I like playing them now and again. I can't put them in a top 10 because they just hold a special place in my
Yeah.
heart because they are a gateway game and what they've led to, and they're so pretty.
Yeah, they are.
My 10th anniversary one is absolutely shagged to buggery now. I've played it so much. The cards are worn, the box is worn.
That's
It's
like
not
a
worth
nice
it.
worn paperback, isn't it? It shows that it's been
Yeah,
given some
it's been loved. It's been loved.
It's like my Avalon copy.
Yeah, I think that
That's been
box.
loved.
That box is particularly prone for knackering, but
It's
it.
set on fire.
You see my Game of Thrones. My Game of Thrones is weathered, and it's that's probably the game in my collection that's been played the most.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What about you? What's your most recent gateway game that you bought then?
Recent one was Flip 7.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I bought that,
fits
yeah.
So,
perfectly.
Yeah,
I just literally bought it, I think on your recommendation. And
played it the weekend.
I literally was playing it as Dan was performing at a gig
Yeah.
in our local not teaching, because I played it, but I was playing, helping my son and my nephew and my daughter and her boyfriend all play Flip 7 whilst Dan was crooning over them with swing music, as he does. And
they loved it.
do that.
and and they were having fun with it. And it's games like that I will buy. And I think family were like that.
Yeah.
So and so were like that. And
You had the
will still
Mind
get
as well,
them.
didn't you? The Mind was on the
Yeah,
table.
it's Josh. That's actually Josh's copy.
Yeah.
I've never played that.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Once you've figured out how you do it, no spoilers on here, but once
Yeah.
you've figured out how you do it, then
There's no game anymore.
There's no game anymore. You've completed it, mate.
Okay.
There's nothing there.
I'll look into it more then because I've heard about it, but I've never played it.
Yeah.
I had a copy, and once I've figured out how you actually do it, and the rules book tells you, the rule book actually gives you the solution, and once then it becomes an activity, not a game.
Yeah, fair enough. I think I still buy them because I want to get my friend more into games.
Yeah.
So I think Catherine will like that. Yeah, Kath will like that one. I'll be able to teach her that and she'll get it. And it's really nice to see a new person. She's not a new person to me. I've known her for the past 26 years. But it's nice to see a person like starting to understand gaming and noticing the similarity in mechanics. She's like, oh, well, that's a bit like this. I'm like, oh, look at you there. You've got the thing. Yes.
Proud.
That's resource management. That's set collection or whatever. And it's really nice to see. I really like how gateway games kind of give you the little primer to that.
Yeah.
Like Project L is a really good one. She
Yeah.
hasn't played that yet, but I'm sure she's going to like it. I'm going to make
What
her
a great
like
game
it.
that is.
Yeah.
I
so
really enjoyed that.
It's really easy to understand. You can only do a very set list of things,
Yeah.
and you're basically using Tetris pieces
Bit of tessellation.
to fill a little shape.
Yeah.
It couldn't be easier, but your options are upgrade a thing to make a bigger piece, pick another silhouette shape, or you get to do that like mega powerful thing where you can put a piece in each one. So it's starting to teach you that kind of programming, get all your ducks in a row, then boom, do the special move. Like it's starting to teach you those things. And
I put it in the same family as Azul.
Yes.
I think Azul is a good gateway game.
Yeah.
I love it. I've got the first edition of Azul where the first player token is a cardboard token.
Wow.
Not a tile.
Not a little tile.
So I've had it in my collection for ages. I think Project L is just slightly better than Azul.
Yeah.
But it sits in the same family for me. I'm talking about the original Azul, but I mean, I like Stained Glass with Sinter as well.
I've only played that once.
I like that.
I bought it after playing it once at your house, Dan, actually.
Yeah. How many times have you done that?
Yeah, I know. I can't remember. You're getting as bad as Adrian is setting me, games that I like. And
But
then
more
I
ridiculously
buy them.
good looking.
Well, I couldn't possibly comment on that.
I will.
Yeah, so it means that I can't really remember how to play Sintra, but I remember thinking, I think I prefer this. But now I've got no way of knowing why I preferred it.
I owned all four, and I sold the third and fourth.
Oh, okay.
Because the first and the second were just
so good.
better ones for me.
Yeah.
See, for me, I'm coming back to these games and experiencing them for the first time.
How is that as a big boy gamer?
I don't look at them now as, that's new and exciting. I look at them, that's nice and chill.
Yeah.
That's something I can do on my own. Yeah. We played Sagrada for the first time at this year's Expo. And I
love Sagrada.
That's a game.
Sorry.
Ironically, I think that's a game my wife would love.
I think she would.
But she'd never admit it and never play it in front of me. So
she'll be secretly playing Sagrada two-handed.
I really like this. And every time I do this, I think my family would really enjoy this game. Yeah. And then I've got to fight to get it to the table. I've got to go through. I don't get it every second that I'm trying to do the teach. We got to play the game. And at the end of it, they all go, yeah, that was really good. Do you know what I mean?
Why did you moan so much?
So much resistance to getting these games to the table, even though I know they'd really like them, that I don't look at them as my family would enjoy this. It's like, would I want to do this when I've got a spare hour on my own? Yes or no. And that for me is where I'm coming at these games from, is, would it be a good game for a game day? Yeah. Or a convention game?
Yeah.
Or, so you're not coming to it from nostalgia because you don't have nostalgia for it. No. So it's almost like you're, I don't want to say discovering these games for the first time, but they're not your introduction to it.
Yeah.
But
they're different. They're not not every game has to be a really intense puzzle.
It's funny though, you mentioned Sagrada. For me, the reason why I don't like Sagrada is because it's a gateway game.
Really?
Yeah, it's too light for me.
Just chill.
It's too light for me.
But it's something that that's why I really enjoy 20 Strong, is because it's just something that I can sit on my own and just shut the world out for an hour.
I see why people like it, but it's it's too vanilla for me. So the next one I go, it is colourful, but if I wanted something colourful with dice, I go role player.
You can make anything strip, Put a strip in front of it. Strip Sagrada. That looks higher. That'll make it more exciting. Every time you place a dice, you take off an item of clothing or something.
We're not advocating Strip Sagrada. I just want to put that right out there.
I think we are.
Yes, we are.
Well,
We
Rob
are.
is. Yeah.
No, you've now pricked my interest on the game.
Maybe you take an item of clothing off the colour of the dice you just put in or something.
Exactly.
So I don't know.
I've done my red pants.
There's ideas.
But the fact that these gateway games are still around for me to enjoy is kind of their testament, right?
Yeah,
the fact
definitely.
that they are still popular, they are still accessible, that makes me want to see what they're about. So.
Yeah. And I think the modern ones, the maybe not Your Ticket to Ride, because that came out in 2004 or
Flamecraft.
something. Flamecraft's a good one, actually. Yeah.
I love that game.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
cute.
it might be a little bit. You've got to understand not the programming again. Well, I suppose it is program, isn't it? You're moving your thing. You then have to decide whether you upgrade that shop or you run this card. So there has to be a little bit of forward thinking. So I don't think unless someone's really into dragons and I was using that as the tag.
The hook, yeah.
I don't know if I'd necessarily try and teach them Flamecraft, although that teach I did on your 24-hour board game marathon at 3 a.m, holy crap, that was not a good teach.
I remember it well.
Yeah, so
Fun to watch.
I'm sure. Yeah, sure. Fun to watch somebody just crying inside their mind, going, "What is happening? Who am I?" After doing that teach, then maybe I probably could teach it to anybody after that point because it was just so horrific. It is easy, but I think you do need a little bit of
It's
understanding.
not easy at 3 o'clock in the morning.
No, it's not. No, I think you need a little bit of knowledge of mechanics for that. Like, I understand how
you
I'm
only
going to
need
get
that to do it
resources.
well.
Yeah,
You don't need it to play the game.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I think though it's maybe this is just coming from my point of view, but as someone who is competitive yet crap at games,
It's a good combination.
Yeah, it's great, especially when your husband's Andrew Curley.
Yeah.
But I think when you're playing a game for the first time, you have to accept you're probably not going to win, but there needs to be a little chance. Like it needs to not absolutely drub you to all insanity. You need to have not a million points less than everybody else, because then that feels quite punishing and you feel like you're being crap. So I think with Flamecraft, you could end up really far behind and that looks a bit not satisfying. Like that would make quite a bad taste in your mouth. Whereas Azul, because you're making yes, you've got a score marker, but you've still got lots of tiles on your table. I don't know. That probably wouldn't feel quite as bad to me.
I prefer the first play of a game to the second.
Really?
Yeah, the first game, there is no pressure to do even well at it.
Oh, see, I feel the opposite.
Yeah,
I
no,
feel
I'm the same.
completely the
Same
opposite.
as you, Rob.
The second playthrough, I'm like, oh crap, I
You
kind
know
of
this.
know what
But
I'm doing.
that's taken me years to get to that level.
I
and
wish
to
I
get
had
to that
that.
point in my mind that all I need to do on the first play is
Get to the end.
push buttons,
Yeah.
pull levers, and just have a good
That's
time.
ironic.
And then at the end of that, go, do I like it?
Yeah.
Yes, I
Was
enjoyed
it a fun
Was it
experience?
fun? Did I enjoy myself? Would I play it again?
Can I see what I would do if I played it again? Can I
Yeah.
see it? Not
Yeah.
necessarily
Can I-
do
yeah.
it, but can
Yeah,
I just
can I see
see
it?
the
Yeah.
puzzle?
Yeah.
I think I'm a bit more like that now. Can I see this is what you should have won? This is why you should have done it. I get that, but I think I tend to do much better on the first play when I am just going, I don't know, let's go for yellow, for example, than when I feel like I should. I've actually I understand what the point of it is now. Right, let me try a strategy. I've fucked it, and then it just is absolutely crap.
I'm like, but when I get to the third play and I have indeed fucked it. That annoys me.
Yeah, well, that's
That
it.
annoys
Then
me.
it
I played
starts
this twice.
building-
What am I
Yeah.
doing?
It starts building in so I think you need to be able to remove that somewhat for a gateway game, especially if it's for someone who is a little bit resistant to playing any kind of sort of not.
It depends on their makeup, right, and their personality.
Yeah.
So if you've got an ultra competitive person where score matters, then you might need to think about what games you're putting in front of them, because you might go, if you've not played this type of game before, you're not likely to do well, and therefore you might come away going, never doing that again.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. So I
Put you
think
off. Yeah?
And I've done that with people, with
Yeah,
newbies. I've done that.
Yeah. I think that's where co-op games really come to the front. And I think because we've got so much better co-op games now, perhaps, than we ever have had, maybe they serve as better entry points now than Catan, Carcassonne. I remember my first go of Catan, I was controlling the baddie or the robber or whatever he is, and it just absolutely stopped Curly from being able to do anything at all, which was gleeful at the time. Now, he didn't really care because he was not putting all his eggs in one basket of loving Catan, because he's not really that bothered about it. But if that hadn't have happened and he'd have absolutely wiped the floor with me. Like, it was a complete random fluke that I controlled. I didn't know what the point of it was. Like, now I would intentionally be trying to stop him getting whatever it is.
Yeah.
But if I had have lost really bad, I think I probably still lost, but if I had have lost really bad, would I be here now? Don't know.
Yes.
Maybe,
Yes,
maybe you're right.
You had very little choice in that.
Well, I don't know, because for me and Curly, it was, and I know we've told this story before, so this is the short version, but for me and Curly, it was a way that we could, when we kind of got back together, it was a way that we were actively deciding we're going to do some stuff together. We're going to find a hobby that we both like. And we both liked games of some description. He's obviously more of a video gamer. I kind of liked puzzly games on computers. And so it was something we actively sought out. And yeah, sort of Carcassonne and Catan were the first things, like lots of people are.
It's going to, there's enough complexity there, but you know not to take it too seriously.
Yeah.
And that, for me, that kind of, when I'm in that mood, or, you know, we played it, the four of us, didn't we? Me, you, Shell, and Amy.
Yeah,
the last time I played it. And Amy got to see what a shit he is when he's close to winning.
You were nice already.
Yeah, she thought he was really nice. And he was like, I got the longest road, bitch.
Did you call his wife a bitch, JP?
I probably did,
She's
because
like, you need to sit the fuck down, boy.
I think she was being one. As well.
She might have been in all fairness.
Does it bring out the worst in her?
Yes.
Yeah.
The only reason why I didn't buy Catan or invest in Catan is because it was two players, and I wanted to find a game that was maybe similar, but for two players, so me and Vicky could play together. And that's why I went Agricola.
Yeah.
And also the fact that worker placement, you mean you place something down and you block a space and you take an action? That sounds amazing.
Revolutionary.
This is great. I've never heard of this mechanic before. Does it play well? Get the game. Oh my God, it does. It's so great.
It's not got dwarfs, though, has it? It's not Caverna.
It's not Caverna, but Agricola came first.
Yes.
I've never played Caverna.
It's the same as Agricola, only it's dwarfs.
It's not the same.
It's the same.
Let's not get this.
No, that's a debate. That's a 15-minute argument.
We've done this before.
It's not the same.
So, do you still play your first gateway game? JP?
I haven't for a while. And like you with Catan, I have moved it on, but it took a while.
You moved XCOM on?
Yeah.
I've still got my copy.
And I had the expansion for it, which is quite hard to get
It is
hold
hard
of
to get,
now.
yes.
But now I moved it on. Would I still play it? Yeah. Yeah, I would.
Mine.
Yeah. But I felt like I got what I needed out of it. I finished it a number of times, and yeah, I'm kind of like, I'm done with it, and that's cool. And it needs to fly and go away.
It's someone else's gateway game.
Gateway game, which is not a gateway game.
Rob, how about you? Do you still play yours?
I'm just about to get rid of mine.
Oh, maybe we're all at this point then. We're all at the...
Only because Arkham Horror, because it's the story narrative. Once you've done the story, there's multiple ways of playing that game, but the story is going to be the same.
But I think it really shines through that kind of game has stood strong for you. You love a storytelling. You love a narrative.
Me sorting it out has gone,
Do I really want to sell it?
do I really want to sell it? And it's going for a bargain price as well. So I'm like, but no, it's time to get on. I'm never going to play it again.
Yeah.
We had an absolute blast playing that for over a year.
Yeah.
And again, for me, it was a way of me, Chris and Alex, who I played my Xbox pretty much every single night with. It was a way of seeing them in person.
Yeah.
As well. And all four of us getting around the table, and it was a real event. It was, and
I loved that.
We played every other week, because at the time there were only like 2 game nights.
Yeah, it wasn't as frequent as it is now. It literally do every fortnight. Are you sure? That's a bit crazy.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
It's 3 nights a week, and the rest.
Now it's bad. But yeah, you're right.
And it was such a blast. And when I was sorting out all the cards for it, and I was seeing the artwork again, which is fantastic, and I was like, oh, yeah,
A soft spot for Wendy.
Don't sell it then.
Wendy. No, I need to make space.
I sold Agricola and regretted it.
I'm not gonna.
I bought it again.
I'm not gonna play it again. That's the problem. I'm not.
Yeah.
If I was gonna buy it again, I'd probably buy Mansions.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Because
there's a
it's
couple
the
of
same
us that I own
characters.
that.
And play it. So
I had the first edition of Mansions and did enjoy it, but never invested in the second. But the second is better because it's app driven.
Yes.
And I've always been tempted.
We had this conversation the other day, right?
Yeah.
It was when we were in Orcs Nest, actually.
It was when it was in Orcs Nest.
Yeah.
I kind of said, I think second edition is the better version of the game. Hands down. I can't argue with it.
Yep.
But I weirdly still prefer the first. And the reason is because you can play as the evil twat.
Yeah.
And you
You
can't
like playing as an evil twat,
but
don't you?
playing-
Like that character.
playing the malevolent house or whatever,
Forces of evil.
the forces of evil, whilst all they go, oh, should we go into this room? And you're like, bah, trap, ah,
Yeah, I get that,
and
yeah.
that is so much fun when you're just trying to orchestrate evil and get your grand plans hatched. Love it.
You can do that in Imperial Assault if you've
I
got
know,
that edge. You
but
can,
it's-
you can be the Emperor.
But it's just like
It's not the same.
it's just really fun, and we've had some really good fun
Yeah, we
first
did.
edition Mansions games.
the first time
where-
we played with Tambo
yeah, it was.
was Mansions.
Yeah,
And JP was like, I'm really sorry. I know I've just met you today, but I'm going to have to kill you.
Yeah,
I'm really sorry, but you got to die.
but I really have to murder you right now.
And the time where Chris was playing the villain, and all these cultists were just walking by us. They weren't attacking us or anything. We're like, well, Chris hasn't really understood the game. And then he gets them all into one room, and they
Summon something.
They all summon this massive thing that just then wipes us all. And he's just sat there giggling. He's proper loved it.
Love that.
So yeah, real memory games.
Yeah.
So
Well, it sounds like JP, you still like your style of first ever game. That pressure, that stress, that I've got to. Okay, maybe that it isn't a time kind of constraint on you now, but it's a complexity of my brain is melting because I've got this stress of trying to figure out what to do.
I think it's that games that create stories and
Memories.
Like you can always remember certain game night, even those one that Rob's just mentioned. It just takes me right back, and the really warm, fuzzy gaming moments where, I love Euros. I will always play Euros, and I have a satisfying Euro game. It's kind of a different part of my brain that it satisfies, where you got your other games like your Nemesis and your Mansions, and the more thematic sides where we created this event and this night and we all did this thing, and you remember when that and remember when this and that. It's just still some of the reasons why I do love those sorts of games. And it'd be quite sad if they all kind of dissipated away.
Yeah.
And that is down to, how I got in.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know it existed.
And Twilight Imperium takes another part of your brain.
Yeah, and that just sits in the corner in the back.
Yeah.
But yeah,
holding space.
holding space. Waiting
See, for
it.
me, the third game I ever played was Game of Thrones. The fourth game I ever played was Battlestar.
Yeah, true.
I mean, it was those. So
Very backstabby, very aggressive, which is not your favourite kind of game normally, is it?
stories around the
story
table,
driven,
Memories.
absolutely.
The memories.
just the best times.
Yeah.
We always go back to memories of Game of Thrones, and we remember different games. Do you remember when we annihilated him on turn one? Yeah, it always goes back to those stories, and it's Game of Thrones and games like that. Like they create memories. And Ticket to Ride, although it's a gateway game, it still creates memories of bringing people into the hobby. I've taught people Ticket to Ride, and they've gone, oh, I've really enjoyed that. What else is there that I can play? And that leads to good memory. Yeah.
Leads to
Come and look
everything
at my
else.
trench coat. Look inside my trench coat. Look at all these wonderful games I own.
Hello,
So do you still own?
Stranger.
Do you still own your sort of gateway games? I know you just mentioned that you got rid of Agricola, but
I got Agricola again. Game of Thrones is not a gateway game, but it's one of the early games I played. I've still got that. Of the three that I bought, Walking Dead, Gears of War, and Civilization, I own none of them. And I'm very sad about two of those. I wish I still had them.
Two of them are massively out of print.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I wish I had them still.
that's why you don't sell your games, people. And there's a lesson to be learned.
That's true.
Do you know where I bought Gears of War? Waterstones in
Wow.
Bristol.
Wow.
That's who had it. And I thought, let's go with this because I love Gears. Let's
Having
do
it.
it. And I sold it.
I guess
What a
Waterstones
dumbass.
is probably a more accessible and easier shop to go into. Doesn't look quite as maybe. Oh, that looks like a bit of a dark dungeon,
Dark, nerdy
sort of
corner.
dark-
Well, it was
all
Forbidden Planet back then. It was Forbidden Planet in Bristol in Clevedon. That used to sell lots of decent board games. And I used to come buy the odd thing in there in the early days. And I think I bought what did I buy in? I bought some of the Mansions of Madness stuff in there, like first edition stuff. But yeah, Waterstones. No, there was no decent Waterstones out there other than the Bristol one because they sold some board games that were a little bit, more hobby
On the edge.
Yeah.
on the edge.
But those places, the other kind of places you just mentioned, can feel quite daunting to go into if you're. I'm sure the people in there are lovely. Well, I know they are because I've worked next door to those people for many years in my life and had a great time. But it can feel a bit gatekeepery. Not intentionally, I'm sure, but just literally walking through that door, you've got all these different sights and smells, sometimes not quite so nice ones. And you can feel a little bit like, oh, God, everyone's looking at me. Oh, no.
I don't know what these things are. I don't know what to ask. I don't know what
Like when I walk into a lingerie shop.
Sure.
Exactly the same thing.
Speak for yourself.
I know exactly what to look for.
I bought, in Forbidden Planet, I bought the Resident Evil TCG game in there. Which is massively out of print now, and sold that as well.
Oh, yeah.
Idiot.
God damn
Keep them all forever, and you'll never have that happen to you.
That was made by Bandai. Bandai made that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and there was the main game. There was 4 different expansions, and the artwork was basically from the games, and it was stunning. It was just it wasn't a TCG. It was a deck builder. Deck building game.
Yeah, I've heard about this.
And I sold it. It goes for mega money now.
Yeah.
Oh, you idiot! I had it all. I had all of it, and I loved it. Shame.
But I think as games become a little bit more mainstream, it opens it up, doesn't it? Party games are massive now comparatively.
Yeah.
And I think that does kind of, when you say you're a board gamer, you still get kind of weird looks and, Monopoly a little bit, but people are a lot more, they've heard of Cards Against Humanity, which I know is not necessarily a game that we would perhaps play in our hobby space, but it's shown that there's more than, the old adage that everyone always hear, the Monopoly and the Cluedo and that sort of thing. So I think I think Gateway's happening.
It makes me laugh because when you tell people you're a hobby board gamer, not with those words, but you say that I like board games and I play a lot of games about different things or whatever. I get asked quite a lot. Oh, have you ever played Cards Against Humanity? It's gone northern again.
It's gone northern.
And then I just roll my eyes.
Yeah,
it's like it's not a game; it's an activity.
It's been there, done that.
It's like for God's sake,
it's, at least people are aware of it.
Very
at least
true.
They've heard of it and they know it's something that you do together, like playing poker or something. Like I would put it in the same kind of category. Yeah, it's not a board game. It's an activity you do together.
Sometimes you get like a little counter attack. And you go, I play board games, and they go, have you played Wingspan? And you go, I do believe that my ears are now pricked up. I've heard my mating call.
Yes.
Let's go. and then the conversation starts, and then it evolves from there. And then sometimes, if you're lucky and they're a decent person, then bring them in.
And then now in your board gaming group, and there we go. So our next section is Connect 4. This is where we take 4 random cards from a deck that Adrian carefully curated, which has all sorts of gaming-related words on it, such as types of mechanics and components and genres and stuff. And we try to think of a game that can fit as many of the selected words as possible. Our randomly selected words this time are sci-fi, drafting, movies/TV.
Got it.
And mythology.
Oh, I'm out.
Oh, God. Sci-fi, mythology and drafting and movies.
Got it.
Feel along to play at home. Send in your selected games, see if they're better than ours. So we've got sci-fi, drafting, movies/TV, and mythology.
Better still, if you're on the Discord, get in our episode chat channel and talk about what you've got as well.
Oh, this is
While
a
I say that,
one.
as I think of my answers.
I think I've got it.
Go on.
I think I might have it as well, and I've never even played this game.
Go on, share, Rob. I haven't got a clue.
Dune Imperium.
I used that last episode. I know you wouldn't know that.
I wouldn't know that.
You wouldn't know that.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Drafting?
He's not wrong.
Card draft?
Card drafting.
What do you draft in Dune Imperium?
You buy from the market row.
It's not a draft.
That's not a draft.
That's a purchase of market.
Yeah, I suppose.
Drafting is like what you do in
Passing
Terraforming
round.
Mars.
Yeah.
Draft.
You called me a fun sponge. Jesus Christ. Start calling you Dyson.
I think you're fine.
Yeah, I think
you'll find a rule.
Official rules suggest that this is not
It's
the
not
way.
draft.
Section 4, paragraph 3A.
Thank
So
you.
I've got Anunnaki,
You know what? I was venturing on
but that's
Anunnaki.
only because it's got mythology and sci-fi.
Yeah.
I've no idea if it's movies or TV. I don't think
not
it's
a
movies,
movie or TV.
TV. Does it draft?
I don't think so. So there's a 2 out of 4, I think, that
I
one.
just can't think of anything with that.
I mean, sci-fi and mythology is troublesome together.
Or
Yeah.
I potentially have got a tenuous other one.
Go on, let's hear your tenuous other one.
Star Wars, Deck Builder.
Oh.
Mm.
Well, yeah.
Do you draft?
Movies, TV, mythology, and sci-fi.
I'm sure you're drafting that.
No, you're right, you don't. Do you?
It's that drafting.
Now, my brain's going, I think 3 out of
My
the 4.
brain's going.
My brain's
I can
going,
hear the word.
I've done 2 with 3 out of 4.
Yeah, I mean, Terraforming Mars to me
that's
is sci-fi. It has
Yeah.
drafting, and it is becoming a TV show or movie. Did I hear that?
Role playing game.
Say what?
No, I've not heard it.
I thought
No.
it's something happening. With
I think
it.
that was.
How on earth
I think
could
that was a joke.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm
Because of
thinking
the
it's
sheer
possible.
number of things that have been made from
I
that
hope
IP.
it was a joke.
Google it. I'm going to Google it.
How could you make Terraforming Mars into a movie or a TV show?
I know it became a book.
What?
It became a. I think there's a book. There's a role playing game. Obviously, there's a dice game, card game, and the main game.
Role-playing game? TM?
Yeah. Yeah, it's on. I think it's on Kickstarter. I think.
That bypassed me.
Right,
Totally missed
I'm
that.
asking AI.
I can't get off the fact that the answer should be rapido.
Torpedo.
It could be all of them, apart from drafting.
Yeah, you can't draft.
Can't draft and repeat.
I'd like to rescind my Terraforming Mars movies and TV statement.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's bullshit. Yeah, okay, that's only 2 then, isn't it? That's so.
I'm going to try and take mythology out in my brain, so I'm just thinking of sci-fi movies and drafting. There's got to be a Star Trek game that involves drafting, right?
Possibly. I just can't think.
There isn't many Star Trek games out there. I mean, other than
Star
Captain's
Wars.
Chair.
I'm sorry, not Star Trek.
Star Wars.
The other Star
out.
game. I like both.
My brain's
More
just not
Trek
working.
than Wars. I'm not going to lie.
You froze a shoe.
More Trek than Wars.
You know what? I think now I probably would say the same. That's kind of mad because I love Star Wars as well.
7 of 9 is not in
It's treason then.
Star Wars.
No, she's not in Star Wars, but she's great.
Neither's Riker. Riker
Riker's
and 7
great.
of 9 aren't in it. I'm not interested in that.
I know it's hard to get the 4, isn't it?
Yeah.
Last episode we nailed it.
But I think mythology's done us.
Mythology's the problem.
It's
Charles,
drafting that's the problem for me.
Either or.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sure there
listeners,
is. I just can't think.
Please put us out of our misery and send us your solution
Yeah.
to the drafting sci-fi movie/TV mythology question. It's time for our penultimate turn. What has the next couple of weeks got in store for you all? JP.
Well, I think me and Dan are going to combo on this.
Oh, we're going to combo.
Because we're talking before recording. So basically, our copies of Perseverance episode 3 and 4 have landed in full force. And
Dinosaurs.
I was gonna say, is it dinosaur heavy still?
20 kilos of it.
Dinosaurs and dice.
Saddles and dinosaurs. Ride on dinosaurs.
It's awesome. And I played episode 3 a couple of years back. And
I haven't.
I know you're in for a treat.
I know. I deliberately waited. That's what I'm telling myself.
You're in for a treat. But
I can't wait.
I got basically all of that sorted, and it spent Sunday just pop in and sorting.
what a
it was
lovely
great.
time.
It was a great time.
How long were you there for? How long did it take? Because you had 1 and 2 as well, didn't you?
Yeah, 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4. So I think it was like 3 hours, 3.5 hours.
Question.
Joyous
Does 1 and
hours.
2 still have all the standees?
No,
They've got rid
they've
of...
ditched.
Because mine obviously got all the standees.
Yeah.
Imagine your old one did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ditched it.
That's a good idea. Because it was a complete waste.
Yeah, it was either, do you want that or that? Well, no, I want the minis.
Yeah. No.
Because they look cool.
Yeah.
So no, I've booked in some gaming sessions. So I want to do episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Mm-hmm.
And the game comes with a Chronicle expansion, which was in the original episode 1 and 2, where you just played like 2 games of episode 1, 2 games of episode 2. I wasn't in love with the Chronicle
Which
expansion.
I did recently, so I don't want to play 1 and 2 again.
Yeah, I liked it. I didn't love it, but I love the individual games as what they're intended to be. But I will do the Chronicle expansion next year
Same.
at some point. But I just want to kind of go through standalone 1 because it's been a while. 2, it's been a while. 3, woo, awesome. And 4, I've never played. So we've got those in the calendar. So before Christmas,
At some point.
we'll get through them all and I'll chat about experiences are episode 3 and 4.
Chronicles next year, definitely for me.
I ain't got time for it this year.
No, me either. No.
The gaming calendar's already filled right up till pretty much Christmas.
I mean,
isn't
we're
it?
October now. We're recording. I haven't got time to fit in. I could like do stuff at GridCon, right? I could say, you know what, GridCon, I'm going to devote my whole weekend to it. I just don't want to do that.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Could you get 1 to 4 in a day done? You probably could.
You could.
If you
but
started
my
early.
God, what a day.
I'd like to do that.
It'd be fun.
Yeah.
But I'd have to like really psych myself up for it.
You'd have to start early.
I need people to cook for me. I didn't want to do anything else.
Yeah.
And I'd be mentally dead. But
could you? Yeah, Chronicle mode as well though. 1 to 4.
That's a lot in it.
That is a lot in one day.
Yeah.
Too much for me.
And also, if one person's running away with it, it might dampen the session. But maybe 1 to 4 without Chronicle might be all right. And then just like,
who won the most?
Who won
4
the most?
separate games.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So that's kind
Looking
of
forward to it, yeah.
Nice.
Sames.
Rob, how about you?
I've been playing a lot of solo games lately.
We all still love you though.
Sorry?
You can't play with others.
I know, and I have been. My diary has been every night. I've been playing games.
He's been in trouble with this
I
one.
have, yeah.
Have you been?
Not in trouble, but she said like you're doing an awful.
You
and
still
she's,
love me.
she's
I've not seen you
100% right.
forever.
Last night it was every night.
Wow.
Like Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Gaming more than I am.
And then this week it would have been Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Saturday?
Yeah.
You're out with me on Saturday?
What
about the Saturday coming?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. So I've got a friend coming over to play some Blood Bowl. So I'm my days are rammed.
You're chock-a-block.
But I cannot stop thinking about Star Trek Captain's Chair.
He's got the itch.
Every
He's got the
opportunity
itch, listeners.
to get that to the table, I am taking with 2 hands and just slamming it on the table and getting it played. To the point where I've done something that I never ever thought I'd do is I've bought some bling.
Yes, Rob. I thought I didn't know you, but you're coming right back now.
I've bought some bling and I got a set for you, JP, as well, didn't I?
It's very nice.
So there's a person on Etsy who's doing 3D printed exhaustion tokens, because when you've got a small tableau on the table, twisting cards to indicate that you've used them is fine. When it's rammed, trying to change one card is an absolute nightmare. So I thought I'll have a little look. Found a store online, upgrade my game, ordered them from him, delivered real quick, really nice 3D printed Starfleet. Are they Starfleet insignias?
It's a Starfleet logo, isn't it?
Yeah, and literally pop them on the table. They weren't overly expensive. They're really nice for what they need to be. I messaged him to ask questions. He was more than happy to answer back. So I thought I'd give him a little shout out because they were really nice pieces.
I'm all happy and smiling now that
I
you
know.
just wanted to bling your game up and you're going on Etsy and you're doing it. Oh, love it, Rob.
Honestly,
love it.
if I can get a playmat now or something like that, I'm all for it.
What was it called again? Because I'm interested to have a little sniff around.
It's called Upgrade My Game on
Upgrade My
Etsy,
Game.
and
Okay.
there's loads of bits on there, which is awesome.
I'm going to have a look.
Proud of you.
But we'll put him on. We'll put the shop on the show notes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So people can
Yeah,
have a
it
look.
was really nice, and the pieces were really cool. And really reasonably priced.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some stuff on there, and it's so expensive.
I've had, like...
I know I wasn't going to mention it. Over 3D edition. There we go. I've ruined it.
You have ruined
the
it.
whole set. But
ruined
you
it.
can play ridiculous amounts for bling. But I love how you're starting on... You wait.
How much
couple of
was
weeks,
that?
mate.
Just
Don't-
300 quid.
I don't even want to
300
talk about
quid.
it. I don't even want to talk about it.
It's girl
No,
math.
because
Has the
we-
campaign ended now? Yeah.
Yeah, it's done. Yeah.
It's girl math though,
Me and
because
Curly
it's
have
money
gone
they didn't
half
spend.
as each, so it's 50% off. Come on, people. That's
Girl
how it
math.
works.
And it's money they didn't spend in Florida. So, when you think of it that way, it's free.
Exactly, mate. I love how you're coming around to
300
this.
quid.
Girl math.
So for me, Star Trek's
Yeah.
Captain's Chair.
Nice. I'm glad you've got the little blingy bits. That's good.
I'm looking forward to using mine.
Oddly puts a really exciting spin on it. You're like, ooh.
Well, it's basically what Imperium had, is exhaust tokens. And in Imperium, you get crazy tableaus going on. So I was a bit like, they missed a trick with Captain's Chair. So yeah, it's nice to just, I'm exhausting a card and put something on it.
Yeah.
And everything stays
Where it needs to.
put it, and
It's simple.
and it's neat because it can become very, especially when
yeah.
you've got cards
Chaining.
beamed to other cards, so they're under.
Yeah.
And you've got to turn a planet, and it's got 4 other cards underneath it. It gets messy.
Yeah.
So yeah. So what about yourself, Beck?
Well, we're helping to run the Devon Board Gaming Weekend at the Fox and Hounds
There we are.
in Heggesford, Devon, this October, 17th to 19th. Probably already happened by now, but in the crazy timey-wimey recording a podcast, that's what's in my mind.
Did you just Doctor Who quote?
Yeah.
Maybe a little
You did,
bit.
didn't you?
Yeah, maybe a
Timey
little
wimey.
bit. But
Wibbly wobbly.
I haven't printed the tickets out yet. I haven't printed the looking for players signed yet. So there's a lot of stuff to do. And that's kind of sort of sitting on my brain like, do this now. That's along with our podcasting buddies at Devon Dice Podcast. And that just about wraps up our episode for today. So thanks so much to my fellow players around the table this evening. But most of all, thanks to our lovely listeners for being there and downloading the podcast. A massive big thanks to our coffee supporters as always. Your support really helps us to continue to make this podcast. We have got a coffee account, so if any of you feel like subscribing or chucking us a few quid occasionally, you'll then be able to get the ability to help shape the episodes that we put out. And there's a special coffee-only section of our Discord channel, the rest of which is open to anybody. So look us up and jump on in if you fancy it. As always, follow along with us all on the socials, the details of which are in the show notes of this episode on whatever podcast player of choice you're listening to right now. So without further ado, whose turn is it anyway?